there are a couple things I learned about spray paint that I didn't know about. I'm gonna make this super quick. Like I told you guys, I'm not a handyman. I always sucked at Legos. I'm not good at like putting stuff together and measuring, but I did a pretty good job on the windows. But a couple things before you even begin. Number one, wear gloves. I was on my way to work. I just was gonna do this real quick. I had to go take another shower and I'm almost late now. Wear gloves. I had spray paint everywhere. Number two, you should probably wear some sort of like protective gear. I was like trying to put my shirt like this and that probably didn't even work anyway. And it just fell down and I was instantly exposed. I'm kind of like breathing heavy, so wear some protective gear. Get like a mask for spray paint or something like that if you have it, or at least wear like a face mask. Because man, my throat's kind of feeling weird. And number three, don't do this in the sand, bro. Like I did it in the sand, and my shoe, like it's ripped, right? Like my shoe has this like giant hole in it, so I kind of kicked up sand, and it went all over the paint. And now I had to go make another one, so I gotta make another one tomorrow and let that dry, because otherwise I'll put it on the glass and it'll scratch with all the paint and all that. So do it on a nice surface, like a concrete surface. And I feel really dumb, but these are the things that I learned, and I think the three most important things before you even start the video. So I was in the market for making car covers for under $15. So at Home Depot, you can get a roll of Reflectix for $10 and a can of spray paint for $2.95. So $12, and I didn't want to make it too complicated, so I didn't. I already have made 3 for all these windows, and I saved this one so I could show you guys how to do it. And I don't measure, I don't use any sort of rulers or tools or anything. I literally just use a Sharpie, because if I measured it somehow, it would come out messed up. So I found out when I don't measure, it actually works out better. I'm not good at handiwork or anything like that, but you just cut a piece off at a straight line, and you kind of fit it onto the window like this. I like to cut it, here I'll bring you guys a little closer. I like to cut it like a little bit bigger, and I start putting my fingers in the grooves here. And all that is the glass. That's all the glass right there. So you just take your Sharpie, and you can feel where it goes into the glass. I'm literally just tracing on it like this. All like that. And then you just cut that out. Okay. Then I guess I'll just cut up on the rest of it. So this is what we have now. So looking at the window, you can clearly see like where I cut that in and where that's gonna fit. So using the same philosophy, we're gonna take the Sharpie, which I lost. Okay, here it is. And we are going to make another outline right here in the window, and we're gonna cut that this time. Go back right in the crease. And we're gonna cut that, then we're gonna cut that excess part off. And really, all that I'm trying to show you for this part is just really just like fitting it to the window. See, I made another line right there, just creasing down. And I'm just gonna cut off all this excess here. I'm not even great at cutting in a straight line. That's okay. So now we should have like a pretty basic outline of what this is gonna look like. So we'll just put this in the window. Oh my gosh. Ian, you've done it again. Not quite. This is a little too long. So it's all pretty good now. We just gotta cut off this excess line, and honestly, you don't even need a Sharpie. You can just push it in with your finger and get that groove in there. There is one major problem. So, do you see how fast I did that? I literally did that in 5 minutes and 30 seconds. I didn't want to cut anything, but you can see it absolutely looks insanely ghetto, but literally perfect. Quite literally perfect. Oh, I missed one little tiny piece. If I put an extra 30 seconds of work, I could have done that, but honestly, that doesn't really matter to me. I'm not really too concerned with that. So with your spray paint, you'll find that I just cut out a big piece of cardboard like this, and I literally took some spray paint and just sprayed it all down. And with spray paint, you kind of have to be careful. You let it sit for 2 days. So let's see how this looks with the spray painted version next to the gray version. And so that's the difference in the daytime. And at nighttime, you can imagine it's gonna make the absolute world of a difference. Nobody will be able to see it, and it just looks like a black tinted out window. So there you have it, guys, $12. All you need is this, a roll of Reflectix. Just search Reflectix on Home Depot. Scissors, and honestly, you don't even need a Sharpie. You guys saw how I did it. You just feel it out with your hand. So that's how I'm doing it. I can't afford all these like $30, $50, like how to make windows, and you're cutting out cloth. I don't know how to sew. So this is fine. This is perfect. Nobody will be able to see that at night. And thanks, guys. If you're cheap, if you're poor like me, there you go.